Okay, it says we are live. So it looks like that part is working now. Hello, friends, if you're coming into the live stream. I'm just waiting for Shel to join me, and we're trying to find it on YouTube. So let's see if we can get this accomplished this morning. We had issues last week with YouTube connecting with our stream, and we're just testing things out for this week. So hopefully it'll come up in my subscriptions without too much issue. We were working on some gel printing and using tools the other day. And okay, I found it. And I see Becky's here. Hi, and Marie is here. Hi, hi. And there's Shel, so let me bring her in here.
Hello, hello.
There we are. There we are. Okay.
I found it too.
That was a struggle.
Well, I found out what happened last week was that YouTube crashed.
Yeah.
At like 9 a.m.
It did.
So it wasn't us, and it wasn't StreamYard, it was YouTube.
So we've been dealing with that kind of issue, but then we had created some other stuff in StreamYard, and that I evidently crashed because YouTube had crashed too. So even though we had things set up, it wasn't working.
Yeah, but that's fine. We're only a couple minutes late.
Yeah. So hi. All right.
So Marie and Becky are here. Okay.
Yeah. So I need to drink my coffee a little bit.
Yeah, I need to drink my tea, but my thingy, and I gotta fix another thingy here. What is going on with you people?
So what I was doing last week was I was just using oddball tools on a gel plate and creating texture and things. And, you know, we were talking about different kinds of tools that you can use, and, you know, all the junk we got laying around that we end up using to create with on here. So, I'm just going to play today. This is no, we're not set up to do anything major because we weren't even sure if we were going to be able to go live.
Come on, stop being such a jerk.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
And I was trying to use up this icky old paint because it is drying out on me.
There we go. All right. Now I'm ready. I think I've got all my devices on.
All right. So,
oh, I know why that one didn't work. Okay, I still am not quite ready. It's because I didn't turn it off. It's, I didn't.
So this is a piece of I think a hot pad or something. I think that Cindy Uttard sent to me.
Oh, those are always fun to play with.
Yeah. So what have you guys been doing? You've been making a lot of art?
Somebody must be. It certainly isn't me.
Yeah, I've been, my head, I don't know. Sometimes I think it wants to create a migraine, and sometimes I think it just wants to play with me. So it's been one of those weeks, guys. Okay, so that one looks kind of like a honeycomb, and I know that paint is light in color, so it's hard for you to see. So let's get a darker color. Let's use some copper.
I approve of this idea. Okay, so this one's still working, and this one, oh man. Well, the reason that I've been creating art might be similar to some other people's reasons that they haven't been creating art if they haven't been, and it's because I can't get my head right. I'm not sick. I'm not planning on being sick, other than I have some tummy issues, but I have those all the time. but my emotional and mental situation is just out of
Yeah.
whack. There's so much bad news, and I can't get my mother and my father-in-law to turn off the news downstairs, and it's just constantly hammering at me how bad everything is, and I just want to curl up in a ball. So that's where I've been.
That would be a
In a
news
ball.
overload.
I've been in a ball in my bed for the last week. So that's why I haven't been making all those videos I promised. Big promises. At least I said I'm going to try to make lots of videos.
Right.
I did not say I was going to do it.
Well, you know, we can only try to create at any time. You know, I have to be in the right mood to create. I don't know about anybody else.
I think everybody does. It's hard if you can't force it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you have a deadline and you have to. But I don't have to, so.
Right. And when I don't have a deadline, when it's not something like that, for crying out loud, I am not going to force myself to work on anything.
Yep. So I've just been reading my fantasy books and stepping out of reality and calling that good.
Right. Well, and I get what you guys are saying. I'm like you, Becky. I get the importance of what's going on, but the panic and the stress and the overload is just unbearable.
It is. It is unbearable. Oh, I got some new glue sticks. I'm going to try those.
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do today, you know, when you're gel printing like we did a couple weeks ago, and you end up with some like roll-off papers and things that have pretty colors on them, but they're not really ready yet, you know. I'm going to alter some of them. That's what I'm going to do today, because I've never met a piece of paper I throw away. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've started a few bonfires.
I mean, yeah, okay, that's maybe not 100% realistic. I've thrown paper away, but I just really like to collage, and if you don't have a bunch of papers, how are you going to collage, right?
Right.
Whoops, things are falling off. Things are diving onto the floor. So I'm going to mess with some of these, and I'm going to stencil and collage, and that's just what I'm going to do today.
Sounds like a plan.
Not any like big plan to finish something per se. Just make something that I want to use later is what I'm going to do. That's my big plan. It's a super big plan. Because these papers just aren't ready. They're not ready.
Well, they're ready when you feel they're ready. Oh, here you go, Shel. These are those pens. We were talking before we started the show today. We were talking about Arteza, and you know, go shop Arteza with Shel's link because she's an affiliate. But I'd gotten a couple of things, and one of which, what I do with them now? See, here I go again.
Did you lose another thing?
I got these Arteza retractable gel pens.
Yes, I'm curious about those because I don't have them.
And so I had just taken them out. You know, I broke the seal on them and got them out and was doing a little bit of coloring with them because I want, you know, it says that they are. Where did I read it? Smear proof. Okay. So that means that, you know, now that I've got this ink down here, it's not supposed to smear. But I wanted to know if I got the ink down there with some water, you know, I got water on my finger now. Are they going to smear with water? And they do a little bit with water, but I'm okay with that. You see, it didn't go very far. And it's very fresh ink. You know, I think if you let the ink set like overnight and gel, And gel. They're gel pens. Oh, I made it funny. Then you're going to have better results if you want to add any wet medium over it. Or you could probably seal them too. But you can see where I was playing with that here. So, and honestly, sometimes I like it to bleed out a little bit, depending on the piece of art that I'm making and what I want to do. So, but I was ordering some of those, what do they call them? Cradle boards or wood panels.
Yeah.
I was ordering some of those wood panels, and those were on sale. And I thought, oh, let me just give those a try.
Hey, you know, if you don't get them and try them, you'll never know if you like them.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what our job here is. We try things and then we tell people if we like them or not. So I just got a new envelope of stencils. If you're in Stencil Club, they had an amazing sale. And these aren't the ones from the sale. These are some different ones that they sent me. But I'm going to try out all these new stencils.
Yeah.
Or some of them anyway. And the first one is this one, man. I want to try this one out bad. It's called Celtic Circles or Celtic Spirals. It's a mask.
It's cool.
So it's just got such cool designs in it. So
I was in love with that one when I first saw it.
yeah. So I guess I'm going to try it out a little bit and see what we can get on some of this. This was just a piece of paper that had a couple things on it. And I'm just going to make interesting pattern on it until I find that I like it. And that's what you do. And I got my dirty, nasty, what's this thing called? Craft mat underneath it, underneath me. I don't want a bunch of paint. I just want a little bit. So I'm just going to get out some with my fingers instead. So I've thrown a bunch of collage on here of just scraps. I actually just found this one on the floor when I was crawling under there to get some new thing of baby wipes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with these
tell
colors.
you, best stuff is on the floor.
Yep. I was laughing this morning. My husband's working from home.
Yeah.
This morning, because you know he's got a secured laptop and he's just doing that, and I'm like, dude, you're late for work.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't get up yet. I'm just gonna be late for work. I mean, there will be some sort of tracking of that, because
yeah, they do. They do.
They'll be able to tell when he's logged in or whatever.
Everybody's working from home. My daughter, she was FaceTiming me yesterday, and she was showing me her office set up in her bedroom. She says, "Mom, look, I have my own office."
Well, I mean, you got to set up a space.
Yeah.
If you're going to work from home, you got to set up a space. Like that's why I have a studio, and I don't just work in my kitchen or whatever. Which, I mean, if I'm going to be serious about doing art as a career or whatever, I got to have a space in which to do it.
Well, and what's hard is that everybody in the house now needs a space. So, because each one of the kids has to be on a computer to do their schoolwork. And so they've all got their own schoolwork space. And then when her husband's home, he has to have his space. And then she has to have her office. So,
Exactly. Well, my husband's working at the dining room table, and then I'm upstairs, and then other people are in the living room. But my son, who is in Santa Cruz, he's a grad student, so his job is to teach. Well, he teaches calculus right now as part of his study. He has to work for the school and teach. And so he told me this morning, or he told me a couple days ago that they're starting this morning to teach online because they can't go back to school because it's all shut down. So spring break's over. So all of UC Santa Cruz is going to be virtual classes. And so I sent him this thing that I got off Facebook yesterday as this comedian. And I can't remember the name of the comedians. They're British, some British guys, but it's basically exactly what his class is going to be like. It's something like math class fail or something. And it's exactly going to be his situation where the kids can't pay attention, you know.
Well, I took online classes when I was going to school just because I had kids at home.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff I couldn't get in to do, but you know, there's just some things that you can't do online.
Yeah.
Part of the, you know, I worked at a community college and things like your CNC and there's just certain jobs, you know, that you can't really teach online.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to handle some of that.
No, it's going to be tricky.
Yeah. Hi, Peggy. How are you this morning?
His school has been having, before all this happened, his school, the graduate students were striking because the cost of living in Santa Cruz is so high that they can't afford to live, you know, and I mean.
Yeah, I mean, even with a job and going to school, yeah.
Yeah. He's got a grant, right? Well, his grant won't pay for his apartment. The only way that it's paid for is that he lives with his girlfriend and she works.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's just no way they could do it. So he didn't get into that because he's smarter than you know, he knows better than to mess with authority like that, you know. But some of those kids got fired or got let go.
Yeah.
So now they're out of a job and they're out of school. Because
not a good situation.
Nope. So I imagine that stuff's probably calmed down because now they're all worried about, you know, the school being shut down altogether.
Yeah. Yeah. Are they even going to graduate, you know?
Yeah. Well, this is more interesting now. I'm still going to maybe take a really dark pencil and just, because there's some marks over here. Actually, that was my pocket pen. I was getting my pocket pen started, so I think I'm just going to continue some of those interesting marks, just, you know. I got some new cartridge for my pocket pen, so
Okay.
I'm happy.
That's good, Peggy. We all need to hang in there.
Yep, we're trying.
Let's see.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably done messing with that one, but it'll be, you know, I'll tear it up into some other pieces and collage it down somewhere, and it'll be interesting. It'll somehow be interesting sometime for something.
Yep.
Because that's how I roll. I love this stencil. I'm just going to stencil the whole stencil over something here.
I think I want to add some silver.
Maybe I'll just stencil the whole thing down. What color, though? What color?
This thing.
I don't know.
Randomness. That's what I'm doing.
Let's see what people are talking about. Becky. Peggy. Hi, Peggy. Becky says she's fighting allergies. Oh, my whole house is having a problem with that.
Oh, the pollen count right now is ridiculous.
Yes.
On top of everything else. So, of course, we're sneezing and...
Yeah, so then you have to go out through the grocery store to get eggs or something, and you sneeze, and then everyone freaks out. Looks at you like you're gonna kill them.
Yep.
Like, no, it's just allergies, I promise.
Yeah.
It's just allergies. This is a sponge brayer. Kind of a fun little tool.
I love sponge brayers.
Just gonna get some.
Okay, I should get some.
What other color
do with those? I
try?
had a bunch of caps. I had a bunch of caps. There they are.
I don't know what color. What color? What color? I don't know.
These are just old caps laying around the studio.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
a little texture with that. Another tool.
Yes. That's why I got out the sponge brayer. You guys haven't seen that one very much.
And let me see. I want some blue or something.
Strange color
What's
universe
dark
here.
blue? Let me get that. Whoops. And this is like a little medicine cup. Just different sizes. And let me see. I've got a hexagon on the end of my pencil.
Hexagons are always nice.
Well, it doesn't really print like a hexagon because it's kind of rounded, but it's making a pattern. It's okay.
Naples yellow. I don't know why I like Naples yellow so much, but I just really do. It was like so nice to have another option on neutral, you know?
Okay, so I'm going to let this one dry. And I'm going to work on this a little bit. This is that first print I pulled the other day.
We had like 3 seconds. No, that was just last Thursday, I guess. This was probably the time before that, right?
Yeah, I think there was like maybe 15 minutes, but I haven't put it into a video or anything. I can probably add some of that too. Oh, guess what? I should probably be recording today, huh?
You probably should if you're going to make a video.
Well, you know, I was just, you know, I told you about my head and non-functioning today, right? So, come on, camera. Let me see what you got. We'll just do a capture of that. Yeah, well, I started these the other day, so this would make the continuation of that saga. So I should probably just videotape that. See what we get there. Okay, so I like the purple and stuff in the background of this, and I think I'll just make some bookmarks out of these. So I need some purple paper.
Purple! You're using all my colors.
I know, copper and purple. What's going on here?
I'm a bad influence.
Oh, you're a good influence. You're a good egg.
Well, that looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. What do you guys think?
Hi, Janet. How are you this morning?
It's pretty cool.
We're just hanging out, just playing.
Yes. I'm just painting papers and making marks. And Peg's making marks with weird stuff.
Yeah, well, I've got a gel plate over here that's drying, you know. Let that dry down. I've got other stuff on my desk. Gonna make some bookmarks.
What about this one? What should we do to this one? I don't know. There's a line here.
Yeah, I think purple is going to be an excellent choice.
Purple is always an excellent choice. All the way to the edges.
You know what I didn't do? I am so bad. I don't know where my head is today. Okay, so see, it's going to pull that purple right out of those. I did not share. I need to share that we are doing this.
Oh yeah. Nobody's gonna know if we don't tell
So
them.
we will tweet.
Tweet, tweet, tweet. I don't know why I'm into such dark colors today. It's strange.
And let's see. Share it on our group so that they can come and join us too, huh?
Yep.
Let's see, groups.
Yeah, last pop up, a lot of people came. A lot of people showed up, and I was kind of surprised. So.
Well, I did drop it in.
Put it in a lot of places. Yeah. We've got Marie, Janet, Peggy, and Becky, and I think that's it today.
Yeah. Well, we didn't announce it. It wasn't sitting out there in the queue. It was okay.
Nope, it was a literal pop up. Like
it was. What are you doing today? What are you doing today? Okay, so I posted it a couple places. We'll see if anybody joins us.
We just wanted to play. So that's what we're doing, just playing.
Okay, so yeah, purple is good. I'm gonna do that. And what do I want to put that down with? Where's my Saplang?
Saplang.
Get some tape.
That's 429 Shaw.
No, that's drafting tape. That is not Saplang.
No, that was it. No, that's Shaw.
There we go. That is probably still a little wet because I put that silver on there this morning. Oh, thanks, Becky. Yeah, we weren't thinking about anything other than trying to be creative. Sometimes it's harder than others. Are you guys doing any of those free classes? Remember, I posted a whole bunch of them in the Art Joy Sharing group for you guys to go do if you're looking for something fun to fill the hours with.
I've been watching the videos, but having something every single day, I found I'm not getting it done. But I've been watching the sketchbook revival ones.
Yeah, I think I watched the first one of that. I think they're at what, on day 8 now?
Something, yeah.
Yeah. So I got
watched
to
a few of
catch
them,
up
but I
to
haven't
those.
gotten them done.
But
Also,
some of them I'd already done. Like, okay, the first day was Carla Sondheim, right?
right.
And so I had, I followed Carla for a long time. And so I had done, I'd done a picture like this, following her instructions, probably a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So
she's basically doing the same stuff.
yeah, but that's her thing. I mean, if you look at her books, that's really where she is. And I love that style. I think it's so cool. I mean, these are Painting and Drawing Imaginary Animals by Carla. And this is 52 Creative Exercises, Making Drawing Fun. So I've got her books, and I intend to work through some of this because it's fun. It's just a lot of fun. But you gotta, take the time and do that.
I'm not staying on the screen very well, am I?
But that would be fun to work through some of her exercises.
Definitely fun stuff. I want to do it. I just haven't actually done it.
And then the other one was I guess I did watch a couple days because Mary Beth.
Well, I made a video of that one, so they probably
Mary Beth was doing that, and go watch Shel's video because she did a beautiful page. But I'd done this technique a couple of years ago, which was the one that Mary Beth was showing, because this is an old technique where you're just doing a
scribble.
Yeah, and
it's been around forever.
Abstract, right? So I had done. Yeah, I mean that's something that I probably did in high school or junior high, back when I was a kid.
I think I've done it. I think I did it in grade. Because it's, really
but it's
cool.
It's a great one to do with kids. I think it's a great one to do with kids. So, and then I don't even know what day 3 was because I haven't watched that one yet.
Well, they had Tamara Ford on, and she made a really cool quirky bird. And I like to do that. Right. I've done it before, but I like it. I want to do it. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Well, and quirky birds are always fun, right? Hi, Arlene.
Yeah, they're super fun. They're so much fun.
Hi, Hanny. Yeah, the elephant was a fun one. I mean, that was just one of those squiggly, make an animal out of whatever you're squiggling there, and it was a fun one to do. And I mean, there are so many techniques. Like I did a couple of years ago, I did another elephant. My daughter's an elephant fan. In case you wonder how come I do elephants, my daughter is a fan of elephants. So I had done one where you take the what is it, the black ink, and you put water on your page kind of in blobs, and then you float the ink in and make your shapes, and then you kind of create using the blobs on your page. That was a lot of fun. And it turned into an elephant, and my daughter has it framed and sitting on her shelf. So techniques to try out.
Cece's Creations, Catherine Coate. She's made a couple of videos that were recently that were like watercolor blob type ones too. She was doing butterflies.
Yes.
See those?
Well, and like
I'm
this,
not sure.
remember we were talking about doing a butterfly journal?
Yeah, we need to do that.
I was kind of watching her one day do the butterfly thing, and so I was playing around with butterflies because we were going to do a butterfly journal. And these are those what do you call them? They're Paul Rubin. They're very they've got a lot of metallic in them.
Uh-huh.
So to me they're more like those iridescent mediums. But I wanted some shimmer on my butterfly, so I used the Paul Rubin watercolors.
I mean, butterflies just by nature have shimmer.
So I do watch
scales. I'm probably happy with it.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, we'd always tried to get the pretty moths that had the shimmer.
Uh-huh.
Like the Luna moths, those pretty green ones that have the shimmer on them.
Pretty.
Oh.
I like that. I'm gonna put that one aside.
She says, Janice asking about the tool you're using.
Oh, this is they're makeup brushes, and they come in a set like this. See if I can find the other size. I've got a couple sets in my box here. I don't know. Anyway, I call them toothbrush makeup brushes because they look like toothbrushes. The other one. So there's a couple like long skinny ones. Then there's some round, and then there's one that's kind of that size, one that's kind of this size, and then a big one. And they're well, the price has gone up because artists have started buying them. But when I bought them, they were like $7 for the set, and I think I bought 2 sets.
Well, but the good news is now I see them in the Dollar Tree.
Oh, did you see them in the Dollar Tree?
Yeah, because I picked them up. They're individually packaged in the Dollar Tree, so they're $1 a piece. But
and you can get the ones you want, because I like hardly ever use this big one.
Yeah, they had a couple of different sizes. I know they had this size at the Dollar Tree, and they had a smaller one. Which one is it? This size. They had these 2 sizes at the Dollar Tree.
Well, there you go.
So, and really, how many do you need? You know, at least try them out and see if you like them, and then you spent $2.
Yeah. But they're good for stenciling, but they're also just good for applying paint.
Yeah.
You got
They wash out pretty good. I've washed mine a lot.
Yeah, I just throw them in the bucket with the other paintbrushes. All right, let's find something to put on this. I've got some crazy new stencils.
Yeah, they really do work pretty well with stencils, Janet. And you know, with ink, like if you're doing an ink application, they work really well with ink too. Like if I just want to pick up some, this one's a dirty one, but if I just want to pick up some ink and do an ink application, they work great with ink. If you're inking a stencil, you know, they're still going to work wonderfully with those. So yeah, I love them with inks, especially.
Ah, come out.
See what Shel made me do? All those ATC size that were on those. I did what you did, Shel, where I cut them up and put them on rings.
Oh, I need to do the rest of my collection. That is absolutely what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great because then I just have them hanging here beside
Yep.
my desk and I can grab them whenever.
Yep. I just hang them on little, I just, in the drywall, I just poked push pins and I just hang them up there and grab them. I can grab them. And I'm going to put, like, this is one ATC set.
Yeah.
So there's 9 on there. And then eventually I'll put a little tab that says which one it is, since we kind of have to know for our job. We need to know what we're doing.
Well, and I just put them all on individual, like each one of these is one of those 9 sets.
Mm-hmm.
So I just did each one in a 9 set. And I could link all of these together if I wanted to. I don't think it's necessary because I like having, you know, not so much stuff out on my desk to flop around and get into a mess.
Yeah.
So that's working out pretty well.
Once I realized that I wanted them to be labeled, the reason that I didn't do it for so long was because I'm like, well, then I'm not going to know which one it is. Because I was thinking it was going to make something like this, you know, where they're all on one thing.
Yeah.
But then once I thought about the fact that I could put them separately, I have a ton of these little hooky-uppy things that I ordered.
Well, and on Stencil Girl, they've got them, you know, engraved. So like when you have a set, one of these in the set is going to have the number on it.
That's true too. Yep. If you don't cut it off, it's
so I look at this one and it says it's L653 from Daily. So I know what
that
this
whole
set
set
is.
is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes perfect sense.
But if you're not, you know, needing to have all that information, I like it just because, you know me, my brain, I tend to buy things more than once. I like it so I can go back and check and make sure I'm not buying the same thing over again.
Right. Well, when you see something you like, you know, you want to buy it more.
I like it multiple times. I do.
And then you can't remember if you bought it.
And then it ends up in the grab bag. Yeah, I think they're better than a makeup sponge. I do.
So if you've put something really light over something dark like this, like I just did, you can take your baby wipe that you're using or your wet paper towel or your rag and just kind of blend the edges. And then it doesn't look so harsh. Because, yeah, it could be harsh. I'm just trying to get some pattern on this dark. This is fun.
I think I got my, there we go. I got my thing stuck up in the air.
What's stuck up in the air?
I'm telling you.
That's kind of funny what you just said.
Yeah. Let's see. How big do I want that? Maybe about, let's see. Let's see if I want it there. And let's do some corners. What do I got? Let's do some fancy corners.
I wonder where the 4x4 is that goes with that. What did I do with it? I want that one. This one. Because I haven't put it on a ring yet. It's so cool. I likes it. Likes it. Not. This is from.
Yeah, it's a swell. Heck. Here. Sometimes these things are a little bit tight. That's better. Or not.
So the paints I'm using today are a combination of Liquitex Basics and Dina Wakely Heavy Body. In case anybody was wondering, sometimes I get those questions. I'm feeling sort of Maribethish today, I guess.
Are you?
I guess. This looks Maribethish because of all the lines, doesn't it?
Well, she's very graphic, very linear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
We all have those days, right?
Yeah. I didn't mean to be Maribethish. I just am today. These are all going to get torn up anyway, and I'll just use the parts that I like, but, you know, still.
Okay, and then I need a hole punch. So I can put a pretty on top, right?
Definitely. I need a drink of tea.
Thanks, Peggy. Oops, other end. Get distracted. Oh, man.
Another thing to do sometimes is when your stencil has a little bit of paint and a little bit of wet paint on it, you can just clean it up a little bit by putting it on your scratch paper, and then it comes off and makes something on your paper. Makes a pattern. A faint pattern.
Yeah. Okay.
Sort of. This paper has so much white space on it. It needs to be filled up. I need to shut the door, I think. I don't know if you guys can hear him talking or not. I don't know why he talks so loudly when he's on the phone. It's like he thinks that people can't hear him or something. So this one is cool. This has just got a bunch of letters on it. This one is, let's see, L400 by Dennis, and it's got the frame around it, but I'm just going to trim that off and make it just into a mask. It's just got these little places where you can cut. This really looks like a mask to me. Of course, that's going to take off who it is, and I'm not sure how I'm going to know the number and the person that designed it, unless I keep it with its frame. But I see no reason to do that. I don't see why I need this frame at all. I think it just being a mask would be the best thing ever.
Let's see. I think I want a bluer. These are those distressed oxide sprays.
B, C, D, E, F. That's just cool.
Let's use some fossilized amber, wilted violet, and peacock feathers.
All right.
Hey, Cindy. How are you today? And this is just a piece of plastic. I think it was an old divider from a scrapbook something.
So when you kind of drag
And I need water.
brush across a stencil, you end up with like places where it's darker. I sometimes like to do that. It will go under a little bit, maybe, if you're not careful, but you'll end up with these darker lines around it. I don't know if you guys can see.
Probably,
I don't know.
should have had something on my hands, huh?
Oh, I did that first thing. I knew I was going to be getting my hands in the middle of everything like I do.
Well, I definitely am now, huh? Maybe I'll slip a glove on to do this part.
Such a cool stencil. That's just cool. It's just a bunch of letters stacked on top of each other. But it makes the most interesting shapes. I likes it.
She likes it.
Likes it. It's super cool. What happened to my baby wipe? Oh, there it is.
I got this all
Just gonna
coated here. And let's see, what do I have that needs a little color?
I guess I'm gonna have to bring
Grab a journal.
teal colors. I'm kind of in the same color families today because I'm letting the paper that I'm using dictate what colors I'm using. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
If that's what what color it is, then that's what color it is.
Let that go to waste. All right. Now I can dry that.
Now, do anything with.
Huh. Marabou. It's always interesting when I look in the drawer and see something I haven't seen in a while.
Easy to do.
Yeah. So true. Hi, Judy.
Maybe I want to get this down here. I guess this is kind of our tools, exploring tools show that we were supposed to have last Thursday. It sort of crashed with YouTube.
It did kind of crash.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Just give it a little bit of quinacridone in there too. Why not? This is such a cool stencil. I think I'm gonna
Oh,
do
this
it
is
every single one.
interesting. You know, those distress oxides. I've done this any number of times with distress inks, but those distress oxides on these ribbons almost look iridescent.
Oh, because of the oxide stuff in it?
I don't know what, you know, it's got a shimmer to it. I don't know if it's the ribbon itself that's, you know, because it isn't all of them. Like the blue doesn't do that. But when you go down the ribbon, it's got some shimmer to it. And I think that is in that, what color did I use? Oh dear. I used the peacock feathers for the blue. I used the wilted violet for the purple, but I had a fossilized amber. I think that fossilized amber really does have that amber iridescence, like if you had the stone. That's cool.
I wonder where mine even are. I put everything away, and now I don't know where things are.
I know, right? But I just think that's cool. So anyway, I'm just going to put those in the tops of those bookmarks. But I think this should be dry enough now. Well, sort of, kind of. There's still wet spots there. I always have wet spots, don't I?
Well, wet spots happen. I mean,
I've got a piece of, this is just some sketch paper. What the heck is this? This is newsprint. Good grief. My words today are not the best either. All right.
These are Stabilo Woodies, those really fat water-soluble crayons. Had to get them out, see what would happen. Maybe I'll try one more swirly thing here. These swirly things are fun.
So I think I'm going to use some, I don't know. I was going to go with the pale gold, but now I'm thinking it over. Let's do some green gold and pale gold mix.
Sounds like a plan.
These are those Americana premium. And I need a brayer. I washed some. I should have some. This was not a washed one, so I guess I'll use it. Oh, yeah, it wasn't washed because it's not even rolling. Okay.
Maybe when that happens.
Hmm.
Oh, what do you think? Is this one done? I don't know. It seems like it needs something right there.
Not even rolling.
I wonder what happens when you.
All right, that's going in the wash bin. So let's see what this prints like. Now that we've got all that down there. Serious senior moment. No, we tried last Monday. Honestly, we tried, but YouTube was not working. It was broken last Monday.
Thursday was when it was broken. Monday we were actually here. We had a pop-up. Remember?
Was it?
Yeah.
Thursday was broken?
Thursday was broken. Our regular season, our regular time.
Okay.
Monday was when we actually ended up having a successful pop-up.
Yeah. I tell you, these weeks are going by me way too fast.
They do that.
Well, they called this morning. We have to go to the VA for blood work on Wednesday. which that'll be an experience because I don't know. I don't know if they're just going to come out to the car or if we're actually going to go into a lab.
They'll
And
probably come up to the car. That's actually I gotta remind my husband. My father-in-law has a blood test today.
yeah,
And they just gown up and glove up and mask up and they just come out to your car.
yeah,
I gotta go remind him because I'm not sure he's gonna remember. I'll be right back.
okay. And then they called this. I tell you, the phone's been busy. They called because one of our appointments, they're just going to do as a phone interview appointment instead of having us sit in a waiting room. I don't mind that at all. So, all right, let's see if it's coming up yet. Trying to get it to come up clean. Just doesn't want to release all of that paint yet. You ever have that happen where it doesn't want to release at all? There's still a lot left on that plate. There's the print. Kind of fun. Needs some black. It just needs some black. So, that being said, where is my black?
All right. So that was interesting. What else have I got?
Ooh.
Next one.
And buggers.
All right.
Let me get one of these stencils. And pull some of that.
Oh. I wonder if I have another spongeware somewhere. I do. I'm just gonna small ones in the middle here.
Oh, I got a squeaky one.
That happens.
off another piece of paper.
All right, looks like we've got some other colors. Let's see, what do we get? How about some more different pink? Pink, 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 where are you? Have you gone missing? There's a pink. Let's try that one.
Oh, yuck.
Yuck. That's not a good sound to be making.
Yeah, that's not a pretty, that's a yuck.
Sometimes that happens.
That was a, oh, do not pay attention to what's behind that curtain.
Do I like it? I don't know. Need some smaller squares.
All right, I'm going to try that again. Better choices. Ooh, way too much paint. So, in that instance, back to my
What color is that?
journal and use it.
Red? Maybe it's red.
So I just used up some of that. And I still have way too much on here. I want it wet, but not that wet. There we go. That's looking better. All right, and another stencil. Oops, let's do this. Clean that out. Okay, I have too much stuff stacked around my feet now.
That's always my problem. Totally happens every time. That one's a little bit interesting, but let's try some other stuff on it. That's turning out much better than I expected. But what if I added some other interesting lines on here? without scratching the paper too much. That's pretty interesting. Paper's wet because I sprayed it, so it's like kind of making this run, but it looks cool.
This paint might be a little too wet. We'll see. We shall see. I think I'm just going to use some deli.
Sounds pretty interesting. I like it. Getting quite a stack of collageables over here. Man, I'm getting a lot of dirty,
either.
dirty sponges.
Where I was. So let me get some of that.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty much had it. I'm taking a new baby wipe.
Boy, I cannot judge my squeezes today. Let me get some.
Here. What to do? What to do?
What do with that?
Messy application.
Here. I think I want to do not that. Goober. Doesn't look like I could fit 4 of those on there. What else do I have? Let's do squares. Let's go.
Someone had to use one of these bigger ones. I don't like the bigger ones. I like the smaller ones. Maybe I can just rinse one.
Oh, yuck. All right.
Yuck, yuck.
I already see that's not working. Yeah, you know, sometimes things work, sometimes they don't.
Yep. That is absolutely true.
Okay. Let's see if I can line this up.
That's pretty cool. I brought in this color just because.
Kind of layer those maybe. I think we have some lurkers because there's not a lot of chatters.
Yeah, they're not talking amongst themselves like usual.
Well, I like this right here. The rest of it's pretty much trash. But can you see the gold in that? The gold is really a pretty shimmer.
Yeah, pretty gold.
It's a what did I say that was? That's the pale gold. Almost, yeah, it's got a little silvery shimmer to it. But I can see, like with this, right away I start trying to isolate the parts that I like.
Well, that's what we do. I mean, we just tear apart the ones that we like and use them. Decided I would add some gold. Why not? Got a gold woody pencil.
Oh, how's that working for you?
It's working good. It's making interesting marks.
Yeah.
I'm just, going around I got a spiral pattern going on here, so it's kind of hard because it's deli paper, so it's trying to crinkle. But just making more spiral marks.
See, now that's a usable piece. Out of all that, that's a usable piece.
What is it, like 1 inch?
It's probably a 2 by 1.5, something like that. And then this, Woody's, huh? I haven't even used mine. I'm so bad. Let's do some crayon, Neocolor crayon in one of these designs.
That's pretty cool. I don't hate it.
Well, it's good that you don't hate it.
Maybe I'll make some lighter marks on it using some of these tools, just for fun. Sorry, Mika. freak the dog out. She's like, "You're gonna drop that on me. I know you are."
Yeah. So there's Neo Color. I'm going to add a little bit of this gelato over that, I think. And then to top it off, before I remove my stencil, I'm going to get a fingerful of gesso. No, I'm not. I'm going to get this rosy color acrylic.
Oh, the rosy color.
Yeah.
That's a cool color. I like it.
A little of that in there. And that acrylic should seal it in. Let's see what we get. Oh, yeah. So then this, I can take a pen and go around like so. And we can make an Easter egg. Not exactly. It's more oval than Easter egg shape, but it'll pass, right?
Looks like an Easter egg to me. When is Easter? I don't even know.
Oh boy, now you're asking me the things I don't know. Maybe
I believe
our
it's in
audience
April.
can tell
So
us.
probably coming up. Well, I think
Golden black. Yep.
with that one.
Golden, black, and pink. And
that'll come out.
let's see. I'm playing with some of the stencils I was set the other day with black and white. I was thinking these would make a good collage.
What colors do I want? I don't know. What pieces do I want? I don't know. Maybe I'll play with this one again. There's probably some over here I haven't played with yet.
Yeah, I should cut these up because they're kind of cool. I'm thinking I need to cut them up.
It's 10. We've been here for an hour and a half.
Have we really?
Apparently. I'm kind of surprised. Should we just keep going or shall we stop? Yeah, I didn't finish my papers. I don't know.
You want to show them what you made?
Sure. Get them off the ground.
I'm still working on
That
cutting
was
that
the first one.
just to cut it.
That one.
Oh, I like that. Cool.
One with all those Celtic spirals, and then this one has a lot of grid patterns on it.
Yeah.
Blue and green. And then this one is, there'll be some sections in there, like maybe just like this section right here. You just took that.
Sometimes you just want a color.
And you just want that part on a collage. And then there's this one, which I really like. And this one, which I really like.
Yeah. Cool.
Maybe next week I'll make something out of all these. Make some sort of a abstract collage or something.
That would be fun.
I don't know. I don't know what we're doing next week.
We
Or
haven't
Thursday.
decided. We have to talk about that. You guys have any suggestions about what you want to see? List them in the chat.
Thank you, Marie.
Because yeah, we're open to suggestion.
Yeah,
We run out of our own
something you want. You should ask for
ideas
it.
sometimes. So,
Yeah.
but
I'm both tired.
yeah, I probably need to eat some breakfast or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for being with us and just hanging out. Because we like to have friends hang out with us.
Janet says she wants to see me make an abstract collage out of those papers.
Cool. Okay, that'd be cool. We'll put it on the list.
Yeah. Sure, why not? I
All right,
like to make abstract collage, so I have no problem with that.
Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Hopefully Thursday will work. Bye.
Yeah, hopefully.